right, Isaac.
Oh, we right here. Oh, what?
You good? You're good.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for coming in.
Oh, no problem.
Kind of summarizing our last session.
Mhm.
I think you mentioned your concerns about a young man who was interested in your female friend. You guys all attend the same church.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And
Absolutely. Yeah.
you express some concern and maybe some feelings of anxiety because they were basically interested in becoming married.
Right.
Is that correct? Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Has there been any changes in that situation since our last session?
Well, so far they decided to go to the church with counseling. They did. And the pastoral counselor was good. He got to the heart instead of the symptoms. He found he talked about the overabundant mother wound with the guy, and he talked about with the female thing with her parents, pleasing them, and they still not approve. And he asked to make a choice: do they be together or they separate? And they decided to stay together. So I was kind of
basically the situation is somewhat the same.
yeah, it's sort of
What
the
you
same
say?
though, but
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Are you still having feelings of anxiety relating to this situation?
It's probably just the aftermath part. Well, after that part, they no longer really felt trust with the church anymore, though. So who the father is of minister in the church. So they kind of just stepped away from the church and then went ahead and got married. So
Okay, so
they actually did get married. So
okay, so
yeah.
the situation has changed from maybe interested in getting married to actually married now.
Right.
Oh,
right.
I see. I see. I
Right.
see.
Yes.
Okay. I know in the last session you mentioned a lot of your concerns pertaining to the couple itself, and I want to kind of explore maybe your own feelings, possibly romantic feelings about the young lady. Could you maybe talk a little bit about that?
Just in grade school growing up, like loving basketball, the movie. You grow up in the neighborhood, and you build relationship with teachers and then community, and then just feel like you got to protect. So that's when we found out we really didn't. She wasn't for me, I guess, at a particular season of my life. So she went the other way, and then she found him, and she found the top and not, and I think couldn't have been me. Should have would, but here I am, still caring. Still she gone.
Okay. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, being one most interested in her in a romantic way, and 10 least romantic, how would you rate yourself there on a scale from 1 to 10?
Probably just halfway. Just halfway. So I just once that happened, I went to follow the undercode, sort of like where the expected God. You don't have to like him; you just have to respect him. That's all. So that's what I chose.
Okay. Okay. At this time, we're going to conduct an assessment.
Yes.
Of course, the assessment is basically a way to actually get more information about you that would kind of help us in the whole process of maybe the two of us developing a goals, setting some goals, and having some goals that maybe you can maybe follow to maybe help you deal with this particular situation. Is that okay?
Yes.
You agree with some goals?
Yes. I
Excellent. 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 Now, at any time that you feel any discomfort or feel that the question or the line of questions that I'm asking you, I mean, just keep in mind that you don't necessarily have to answer those questions that you don't feel comfortable answering. Okay? All right. All right. What emotions are you currently feeling right now in terms of being angry or anxious, fearful, sad? Any of those particular emotions are being felt currently?
Just a little bit sadness that it's over. It's they're not as tired, and it's a little bit anxiety that although they have married, the parents are still there, and they have to remain in their life and deal with the aftermath. That they got married and the parents were not involved in the marriage. So involved. Deal with that, deal with that.
So, as of now, you maybe still have some feelings for her, but you accept the fact that they've moved on, and maybe you should move on. Okay.
Right.
All right. All right. All right. And when you're feeling feelings of anxiety as it relates to this couple or the young man and young lady being married, how do you normally handle those type of feelings?
You said when they married.
Right. Now that they're married, how do you handle those
feelings?
Right.
Well, just gotta in stages. I would say instead of cold turkey where you just act like they don't exist. I thought that's not the mature way to handle it. So I just gradually get involved more in social community activities for myself to take my mind off of that.
Okay.
Build, good friendships. That's what I would do.
Okay. Are you an only child?
No, I'm Malcolm in the middle.
Okay. Okay. You're a middle child. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your religious affiliation or your belief system?
Definitely Christian Baptist.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
And are both your parents living?
Yes.
That's they are. Okay. Are there any histories of mental health problems or issues within the family, or even with yourself?
This is probably depression from time to time.
Depression? Okay.
I was thinking that was the main one.
And that depression comes from what?
I think the mother's side as far as
from the mother's side. Okay.
The choices they made in life.
I see. Would you say you were a jealous or are a jealous person?
No, I wouldn't say. I guess it just depends on how you see jealousy. But I don't know. Not like those movies. Not like the movies.
I see. Okay. How much time do you normally spend with your friend, your female friend?
I used to be allowed to be up 3 times a week, and now it's just like 0 times.
So zero
or
time.
Or you can just see them at church, how about? That's it.
Okay. Okay. So I guess you've in some way maybe learned how to cope.
Right. It's just tough because I know feelings go, up and down every time. Flashbacks. So going out, hanging out, with friends, and just knowing in the back of my mind one day somebody's going. She'll be somebody special in somebody's eyes. So
okay.
Kind of like that.
Okay. So you do have those feelings for her from time to time, and they come and go pretty much.
Right.
Okay. And what types of behaviors do you see yourself engaged in?
As far as like coping.
Right. In your coping skills.
Probably just doing. Well, I would say I haven't tried this. Big brothers, big sisters, though.
Okay.
Elementary students growing up, and seeing trouble they're about to get into, and kind of replaces that. Hey, I need you feeling, that type of stuff, though.
Okay.
That's what I see.
And what type of behaviors would you like to eliminate, or what type of behaviors you like to gain that would help you better deal with the situation?
I would like to just eliminate depression.
Okay.
Not letting it be the definition of my manhood. Eliminate that and just add on persistence in my own life. Get myself right for the next person who's coming to my life.
Okay. So looking for ways to eliminate those feelings where you can actually move on and live a more productive life, more social productive life.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Have you ever experienced any memory loss?
No, not that I know. I haven't noticed no head injuries, none of that type of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about any negative or even positive images at any time?
From time to time, though, say maybe
Mm-hmm.
positive. Well, positive. Well, hey, I
Mm-hmm.
wish my reading going on,
Mm-hmm.
in marriage, positive image. Negative images just being cold and just like a Terminator, just no feelings,
Mm-hmm.
just like a judge slam his gavel on the thing and
Mm-hmm.
say,
Mm-hmm.
"This is your sentence." That's the negative image I get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
would you say you have a good social relationships or with other peers or individuals at the church who may be female?
Probably, yeah, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more not as in depth as the other one was. It's
Mm-hmm.
just, hey, what does the scripture mean? That's
Mm-hmm.
that's all I getting,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
now. What's the heart like?
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
service
see.
level with them.
I see. I see.
So I was like
So
something more.
most of those interactions are church related events, church
Mm.
related Bible studies, and
Right, just anything the
mm-hmm.
ministry's engaged in,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not necessarily as, hey, what are you about?
Okay.
That type of
Okay.
stuff.
Okay. Is there anything that's pressing right now that you have maybe concern about that maybe
Press.
would cause some issues of anxiety or depression?
Uh, he said pressing.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I can think of at this time, though.
Mm-hmm.
Anything
Mm-hmm.
urgent coming up.
I see. Okay.
I think I should
Okay.
just kind of,
Okay.
jump into a new,
Mm-hmm.
relationship, anything like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Grieving process.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
grieving
see.
process.
I see. I see. Well, now we're going to move on to maybe some goal setting.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm hearing that even though you're trying to cope with the situation, um, from time to time those emotions do come up
Absolutely.
and may relate to the fact that maybe at one chance, maybe you thought maybe you had a chance with the young lady at one time, but now you're moving on to accept the fact that she's married now and she's living a productive life, and you would like to also do the same.
Absolutely.
All right. Um, One of the things, goals I would like you to maybe consider is breathing techniques.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so which involves, breathing in with your mouth and exhaling with your nose, your eyes closed, roughly about 5 to 10 minutes. You do something like that on a daily basis when you start to feel those feelings of anxiety and depression. Also, I'd like you to maybe do some journal writing and to kind of express those feelings. You can maybe spend 20 to 30 minutes maybe journaling those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions, and maybe writing them down and maybe then reflecting on what you've written as a means
like
of
the journal
helping you.
thing.
Oh yeah, you can do that maybe
Yes.
twice a week or so,
Mm-hmm.
and that as well. Also, you've mentioned engaging in other social activities with other, and I want you to maybe seriously follow up on that and consider that. Maybe involving yourself with activities that maybe may not be church related.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it may not be church related. Maybe even including some folks that maybe sort of people from your church who may also maybe looking for social activities to engage, social friendships, going to the movies, bowling, whatever you. And you also mentioned that your time has kind of somewhat decreased with the young lady because of her now being married, or even before that, her interest in the young man has increased. So relationship maybe have have a little friction maybe because of that. You really would like to be with her on occasion as a friend, but now because of her being married, you kind of keeping your distance away and not really wanting to cause any issues.
Right,
Okay.
right. Just expect a marriage, the Bible view of marriage. That is, just, if they're gonna have friends, it's gonna be mutual friends. That type of stuff.
Okay, and so in speaking of that, to that in terms of goals, maybe slowly just releasing yourself from that whole interaction. Maintain the friendship, but just kind of just release from the more time that you've spent in the past. Now maybe kind of decrease that some, and maybe involve yourself in some of the other activities with other people. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. That sounds like some goals that maybe you can achieve and accomplish and maybe participate in.
Definitely, yes.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you for coming in.
No problem.
And we will set up a schedule time where we can maybe meet another schedule session to see the progress being made. Okay?
No, definitely. I appreciate that.
Thank you now.
All right. Did you get 15 minutes?
They went over a little bit, but that's okay.
Hey, it's still good. I guess when we get to the house, well, we're not gonna go to the house now. When I get to the house, I'm just gonna actually look and actually be able to change the format. We got class on Monday, right? So, yeah, I might just do that.
Okay, we got that.
We should have got that. Hopefully.
You wanna do something, or just I'll shoot it to you if the girls, like I said, the girls do all of that electronic stuff. So
I
I'll
tell
just
them
shoot
give me
it.
a different format. If they can, it was in WMV format. They can change it to a different format, and I can see it. Cause on your phone, I can see it though. It was playing, it was just fine, but it's just for some reason they didn't want to play on my phone.
All right.
Which trips me out. That's the only thing I can say is resending, because we don't. I don't know how to do CD.
On a scale of.
So yeah,
I didn't even get the first portion of it because I forgot to put the thing on. So anyway, I got most of what I got here.
I'm just,
there.
yeah.
Okay.